let the Jews go by. Just kidding. They know what they're doing. They get a lot of attention. Go.
Do you worry about money ever?
Yes, I worry about money every single night. No matter how much money I have, I want more. I don't want to spend my old money. I got Merrill Lynch. I was a Merrill Lynch. Now I'm an Interactive Broker. Same guy for 25 years. My investor's younger than me. Thank God, so he can take care of me when I'm dead.
Personally, not so much as others. I chose a career path of going down to college. I went to a private institution, which cost me lots of money that I'm still paying back today in student debts. Luckily, our debts are forgiven right now, temporarily. It'd be nice if Biden forgave them permanently. That'd be pretty nice. But personally, not too much, man. And, even if somebody doesn't have a college degree and is, struggling to pay week for week what they do for work, at least where I've seen job wanted, help wanted signs all over the place. And it may not be the best particular job, but the jobs are available. And so people, I think, can make money if they really want to.
Not really.
What would the reasoning for that be? Do you think that money isn't just a major issue to worry about, or do you just feel comfortable?
It's not the major issue, It's how you go about it. You consolidate all your bills, you'll be fine,
I do worry about money just because in this society, you need it to survive, but I don't think you should place your value on money or value others based on what they have material-wise. So, yeah, I do.
Am I willing to do things I shouldn't for money? Let me remind you, I'm the naked cowboy, keeping every ball you. When I started this thing, I was going to be the most celebrated entertainer of all time and all these esoteric things. Then I came over to T. Harv Eker. It's, the inner world. Action is the world between the inner world and the outer world. Warren Buffett's autobiography, everything else. So my friend Jason Pietmeyer, same thing. If you want to make money, you got to dedicate yourself to it.
Exactly.
Without money, you can't do a damn thing in this world.
Exactly.
So I think, and money represents value. You've contributed, you've got your pay, you got to feel deserving of it. I'm all with that. So that's 100%. If you want to make money, you got to make money. And without money, you ain't doing nothing. So don't quote the Bible and all this bullshit. Make money, succeed.
Well, when you say shouldn't, who's telling us we shouldn't? Is it things that you were raised morally you shouldn't be doing, or is it illegal activities that you shouldn't be doing? You got to kind of, I think that can go either way.
Doing things that put out more harm than good.
If it's literally your only option, which I don't know how it can be, especially living in the country we live in, it's all about perspective, man. Like, you go to any other country that's not first world, and you can see how easy we have it, even in hard times of COVID. So I don't agree and say that that's a necessity. I get that we live here, and this is the options we have in front of us, and it's easy to do some things like that. But again, you'll have to live with the decision. But I don't think it's the only option. So I won't buy that as an excuse or as an acceptable way to make money.
I have in the past.
Haven't we all?
But I'm going to say I like my freedom, man. So I'm going to keep it simple as that.
I respect that answer.
Back in the day, maybe yes, but now I've grown and I've learned that no, I won't compromise my morals for money.
Does money buy happiness?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to go first class, you need money. If you want to sit and coach, I'm a big guy. Oh, I'm scrunched in that seat. So money does buy happiness. But money isn't happiness necessarily. You can be happy with anything. Your position is not the same as your disposition. You can have a disposition, I'm happy with nothing, and that's good. I wish I could have that, but I want money too.
I would say yes. I know that's a saying that money doesn't buy happiness, and it's not the only thing that can make people happy, obviously. But of course, if you have money and you've earned it, why wouldn't you be happy? There's all, social happiness, friends, family, but of course money can buy happiness. It can buy things you want, which, logically will make you a happier person. Is it the only thing to make you happy? Like I said, no. And if you're relying on that to stay happy the rest of your life, it won't happen. That's why you see so many, people that are rich either commit suicide or just go down drug paths. They're depressed and lonely, and you're thinking, how can that be? You're a millionaire. So there's all parts of happiness, but I think money can definitely play a part in happiness. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, because you can buy what you want for the most part if you have money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would agree with that it helps.
So would you say it, kind of going off what you said, but to add on, it doesn't necessarily buy happiness, but it buys experience, which is happiness?
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that statement. 100%. Yeah.
It can, and sometimes the more you have, the more problems. That's it. But yeah, it can put you in a comfortable place. But it depends what you buying. You buying up all kinds of expensive stuff, on credit or whatever case, you're going to be stuck with a whole bunch of bills. If you buy something simple, you never have to worry about paying for it again, you know?
So would you say money doesn't necessarily buy happiness, but it buys experience that could lead to happiness?
It can lead to a better place. I'm not going to say you're going to be happy. You could have all these things and not have happiness, like other things, which is like you might have a fake-ass girlfriend that's after your money. That ain't real. That's not happiness, that's for sure, you know? Buy some fake-ass kids. You might have kids, but that don't necessarily mean,
No, I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't buy those things, man. Those things are natural.
some things that come into your life are priceless, and you can't really put a price of money on it. It's just an experience. Yeah.
No, I don't think money buys happiness, because if you're sad or depressed and you don't figure out the source of why you feel like that, it's not going to go away. Money could buy you things that could make you happy temporarily, but it's not going to take away your sadness.
Are you willing to work harder?
Is anyone willing to work harder than me? I don't think so.
All right.
So I should be the richest man.
All right, definitely.
He who employs the labors of the most men is the richest man. That's Emerson. He who employs the labors of the greatest number of people is the richest man. So even though I came here naked and alone, you're going to propagate me. You're going to help me.
Well, that's what defines successful people for the most part in our country versus non-successful people.
Agreed.
You know, people think it's, you know, like a Dan Brazilian who had anybody who's got rich family members they think that they're just like, you know, they're giving them money and that's how they became rich. But the reality is more people that are successful in this country are just hard workers and have worked their way to the successes they have. It's not they weren't handed money. There are silver spoon fed people in this country, but the number's a lot lower than what I think social media puts out there. I think the majority of people just have that natural desire to work hard in them, and they get what they want because of it. Absolutely. More of those than not. Yeah.
Definitely. That's the answer. That's the golden answer. I'll give you a snap for that.
I'm my own competition. The better I could do for myself, the better I'll be. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple as that.
All right, I respect
I'm
that.
my own competition. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else is. You could get all the money you want, but if I'm not getting it, then I'm not getting it.
I am willing to put in more work than other people, because I feel like you create your value, and if you don't work at all, what value are you bringing to people? So yeah, I feel like I would work harder than others. And yeah, some people, they don't value money as much, but for me, I feel like I never really had money growing up. In my family, they're not too wealthy, so I want to create that wealth for my family.
So, is it more important for you to make money than other people in your life?
No, I don't know. I make money so I can be successful. And the people in my life, when I make more money, I drive home to Cincinnati more often to see my father, my brother. I mean, the more money I have, the more I can connect and do things. I mean, money is just an instrument of value that allows us to communicate with other people. So my whys, he who has a great why can overcome any how, right? So I'm a Nietzsche guy.
No, I feel
So, you know what I mean? The more money I have, the more I can go home, the more I can travel, the more I can connect with people. Money is, is what it is.
No, I respect that.
I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about your own happiness. Whether that means you're rich or not, that's up to you. It's what you want in life. But typically, I do associate money for the most part, because most people make money in legit, logical ways that aren't, that don't hurt other people. And so I do look at people who have money as typically, they're harder workers. They've earned it, and they should show it off, because why not? Like, you should be proud of your accomplishments.
It can be. You could support them in the long run. If your family ain't doing well, throw them a little something. I mean, if we all broke, then it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But if one of us is doing better and helping each other out, sky's the limit.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
No, I don't think it's important to me, because if people around me are wealthy and they're living in abundance, it will make its way to me. And I just feel like I want everybody to eat.
I got one more question for you today. So, We don't have a big following right now, but if this video were to potentially reach millions of people, what is something that you just want the whole world to know?
Well, if you do what you love, the necessary resources will follow. And I have a struggle with that. I'm always like, my father is a very penny pincher. He's also a millionaire. And my grandmother before him. So, you want to hold on to it. You don't want to let it go. So that's defense. Offense is just believing you can do whatever you want to do, go wherever you want to do, and everything else. So if you do what you love, the necessary resources will follow, and that requires a leap of faith. And this is the time of year where I'm ready to make that decision. I'm going to go to New Orleans, do Mardi Gras, even though Mardi Gras is not going to happen. The hotels will be cheaper. We'll go to CS. Well, I'm going to do my same thing. I don't care what's going on in the world. I'm caring what's going on to me. And I believe in my wealth. I believe in my deservance to succeed. And I'm going to do it no matter what. And I appreciate you being here to reaffirm that for me.
No, I appreciate you answering this question out here and being honest with me. Honestly, this is probably the coolest interview that I conducted so far, so.
All right, I'm going to squeeze his butt, turn off the camera.